Yo, what's going on, everybody? You already know how it goes down. Every Thursday night, you got the first half with Tech King Mike. This is your second half right here with Ike's Tech Talk. So, weekly live stream. You already know how we gotta bump the chair down. There we go. I had to make sure I was framed properly. But you already know how we do on Thursday nights, man. Getting into kind of like the latest news, some discussion about this, a little bit about that, man. But how's everybody doing this evening? Like we always do. You already know we got to get that heat check in. Make sure everybody is good to go on this week. Almost through it, almost done, man. I know people are super excited. Got some football this weekend, man. Playoffs is going on. But like I said, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Let's go ahead and hit up that roll call, man. Jason C is in the building. What's good, Ike and Stream? Yo, Jason, what's good with you, my dude? I hope everything is good. Hope everything is good. Hey, Ace in the building. What's up? Hope everything is good with you, man. Hey, Kenny man, what's up? Hope everything's good. Hope everything is good. Hey, the mod extraordinaire, Barry Johnson. What's up, man? What's up? Hey, the queen of Steeler Nation, Miss Shay. What's going on? I hope everything is good with you on this lovely Thursday evening. Brian, man, what's going on? Hope everything is good with you, homie. Hey, Mr. Savage is in the building. He did say no live stream tomorrow. I just checked out on Mike's stream. He said he's gonna drop a video instead. But what's going on, Savage, man? Gonna miss you tomorrow, dude. I know LaShawn and Gigi in the world for sure. Hey, there he is, my better half, the first of your duo Thursday night live stream, Tech King Mike. What's going on, man? Hope everything is good with you, the missus, and the little one, bro. Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you. Hey, he said coming from TKM, and like I said, this is a raid. Yo, y'all already with the jokes, man. I can't, man. Hey, Gary, what's going on, my dude? He said, hanging out. What's up? Yo, what's up, man? And you already know, I know you've been asked so many times, yo, but what's the update on the Oppo Find N, man? What is going on? Like I said, I know Gigi, she has hers. Drew just sold his to I forget the guy's name right off the top. He's like another tech reviewer as well. He just sold his. So I gotta know what's going on with yours, man. What's the latest? I really want you to get it and get your opinion on it, man. Hey T, what's going on, my guy? Hope everything's good with you, man. All right, cool. So for the most part, man, caught up, guys. Yeah, everybody's good. That's what's up. Jason C said, Barry modding like Trent with the meme he don't miss. Yo, no matter how many shots, man, that man's not gonna miss. So you better be careful. Top flight security of the world. Y'all too much, man. Got Eric, man. What's going on with you, bro? He said, hey, what's up, bro? Sorry I'm late. I was answering YouTube questions. Hey, you already know, bro. It's all good. Like I said, we literally just started, man. Like you're literally on time. So it's all good, man. It's all good. It's all love. No problem at all, man. Hey, my partner in crime, my brother from another mother. What's going on, Galen? Hope everything is good with you, bro. Seriously. Hey, before this year is out, bro, we're gonna get you on an iPhone. Seriously. I don't care what you say. It's not for discussion. You're gonna try it, man. I have the 13 Pro and the 13 Pro Max. I'm obviously getting the 14, probably the 14 Pro Max. So when that time frame comes, if you still haven't tried one, then all I'm gonna say is I'm not gonna trade both of them in. So we'll talk then, man. But we definitely gonna have to make sure that happens for sure, like without a doubt. So I don't play them games. If I'm saying we gonna make it happen, we gonna make it happen. I want to get LaShawn to try one too, man. I want to get him to try one too. So we'll probably have to put him in one too, man, just to try it out. I feel like everybody should at least give both platforms a try. It always kind of gives you a little bit of perspective or a little bit of appreciation on whatever you choose to use, whether you choose to be crazy like me and use, both, or whether you choose to use a Pixel or an Android phone, or whether you choose to use an iPhone or whatever the case may be. I'm getting notifications here. My bad, guys. Put that on Do Not Disturb. Got the sidecar going on. All right, we're good. Cool. So yeah, like I said, no matter what you choose, man, it always gives you appreciation to at least use and kind of be up to date with what's going on that other side, of the pond. So like I said, we definitely gonna make that happen. LaShawn, I'm coming for you too if you watching, bro, because you need to try an iPhone too. Seriously. Shark FinTech said, hey, Ike and fellow chatters, what's going on, man? Hope everything is good with you. So with that being said, Hold on, one more. Galen said, depends on how that SE is gonna be. Man, boy, stop. Like I said, regardless of how that SE look, you gonna try one. You gonna try one, bro. Eric said, yes, you should try both OSs. As somebody that was strictly Android for years, this was one of my first years or the end of last year to where we at now, was we finally upgraded to a modern iPhone. There you go. And like I said, just gives you a better appreciation for what you have. Even if you don't end up, like I said, sticking with an iPhone or whatever the case may be, man, like that's okay. As long as you give it a fair shot. And I already know, Galen, you're going to be super unbiased with it. You're not going to be, all extra with it or anything like that. You're going to give it a fair shot. So we'll make that happen. He said in the 10S, and it's actually pretty good. Oh, this was the continuation of your other message. He said, got my Galaxy phone, got my iPhone, might replace my Galaxy phone with a Pixel, but those Pixel 6 prices need to come down by a couple hundred first. Hey, there you go, man. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. Hey, I know. And that's what I'm saying. Like LaShawn, I don't think that he'd ever like fully just hop over, into Apple. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't. I guess because kind of based on his experience as far as what he likes, I just think that he'd like it a lot more than what he thinks. That's kind of where I'm at with it, So I kind of want to get him to try it just for that satisfaction, right? I already know he most likely will never switch 100% to that and only that. Like I'm not even 100% and only on an iPhone, man. It just gets too boring when you're a tech enthusiast stuck on one device. And that's any device, Samsung, Apple, Google, whoever. Like just being on one thing is just it's not good enough for me. Eric said, but at the same time, if I can get a good deal on the Fold 2, might make me not get a Pixel. Dude, if you can get, I'm done with y'all. But no, like I said, if you could get a good deal on the Fold 2, that would be beast, bro. Because in all honesty, like as somebody who owns a Fold 3, like you're not going to be missing out on a lot, to be honest. Like you're not missing out on a crazy amount. Like, I mean, water resistance and S Pen support is the only thing that I could think of right off the top. I don't get my phones wet really, so that's kind of, it's good to have, in case you need it. But S Pen being built in, I literally can count on one hand how many times I've actually used my S Pen. So it is what it is. Fold 2 is still an absolute beast. So, and I'm pretty sure that it's still holding up super well, on top of that. So wouldn't be a problem. LaShawn is getting an iPad mini. Oh, nice. There you go. That's a beautiful entry point to the Apple ecosystem, man. Because that iPad is fire, dog. Fire. Absolutely 110%. So like I said, I already have the 11-inch. So for me, man, like that's like the perfect size for me. The mini is just a little bit too small for me. And then the 12.9 is just too big. I normally only use my my iPad for straight content consumption. And like right now I'm using it with my little stand as a sidecar. It's like a secondary display. Because Apple finally fixed that bug, because we know Apple never has bugs. But they finally fixed the whole issue with wireless sidecar. For the longest time, man, I could not get a stable connection between my Mac and my iPad. And I updated, I think it was 15.2 that we're on currently. I updated to that and tried it again, and it's kind of working for me good. So, but yeah. You already know how that goes. LaShawn said, trash. T said, I hated LaShawn not going to like the iPhone. Yo, T, you might be surprised, bro. You might be surprised. LaShawn be calling everything trash. He called the Xiaomi phones trash before he tried the Mi 11. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Yo, Ish, what's going on, my dude? Hope everything is good with you, dog. Jason said, imagine LaShawn hit me with that blue bubble. Yo, I can't, bro. It's gonna be so funny, man. Seriously. I'm gonna try to make it happen though, man. I'm gonna try. And he said, I'm also back using this Pixel 6 Pro. I got my bug spray on reverse. Yo, I saw your tweet earlier, bro. I was dying. I said, T crazy, bro. I said, T just stirring that pot, boy. Like, come on. Give it to me. Like, it's just too funny, man. Y'all crazy. It said Fold 2 was a boss. I was sad when I had to sell it. Yeah, man. Fold 2 is still absolute fire, dude. Absolute fire. Hey, there he is, the man of the hour. Yo, we've been talking about you on this iPhone, dog. LaShawn gonna be like, what? iPhone? What you talking about? Gary said, Apple Find N is still in claims process. DHL has to approve the claim, then Giz top decides what they want to do with it. They can refund or ship another. At this point, the hype that, yeah, I get you. I mean, like I said, man, you'll always have those who are just genuinely interested in your experience, man, like me. Because like for those that don't know Gary, man, Contractors POV, like as his name states, like he's a contractor. He's on a construction site, like I said. So he's really like pushing these foldable devices like to their limits in terms of their durability. Like obviously you have like Jerry, what is his name? Jerry rigs everything, and he's good. Like don't get me wrong, but all of the damage and stuff that he puts his devices through, like that's not, you know, natural real usage over time. He's just kind of like extreme durability testing the device, where Gary's like actually using this on a regular basis at his job. You know what I'm saying? And everybody always likes to talk trash about how foldables aren't durable and how they're so much more fragile than normal slab phones. So I always like to check out Gary's perspective when it comes to the foldables, man. That's why I keep asking about it. Hey, Cameron, what's going on, man? Hope everything is good with you, dude. Hey, Miss Flip Blonde Tech, Fit Blonde Tech. Words are hard. What's going on with you? I hope everything is good with you. Hey, and I saw you landed that PS5 too, yo. Congratulations. I'm in the process of probably about to land an Xbox, yo, with the news with them buying out Activision, yo. Like Game Pass is gonna be the place to be, man. We could talk a little bit about that if y'all want to, but it's kind of whatever. But yeah, like Game Pass is gonna be the place to be, yo. So I'm in the process of the reverse end, trying to cop the Xbox Series X. I'm also gonna grab a Steam Deck, for those that know what that is too, from Valve. I'm gonna grab one of those too. I already have my reservation and everything. I'm just waiting for them to pretty much take the money at this point. The Ish said with the new 2022 laptops come out, I grabbed last year. Yo, that's literally the best time to do it. When I first started like getting into PC gaming heavily, that's what I would do. Like if it was a year for me to upgrade my PC and I wasn't building one that year, I would grab the previous year's kind of model. Because in all honesty, man, like it's the same kind of framework as it is with smartphones. Like you can grab last year's models, you'll get all of the bug fixes and patches that like Nvidia put out and Intel put out, new drivers, all that stuff. You don't have to deal with the brand new kind of growing pains and stuff like that, man. So it's the same way with smartphones, man, as it is with laptops and computers. Grabbing the previous gen, there's nothing wrong with that. And it's going to serve you just well, dude. And I looked at the specs that you got. I think it was like I can't remember what I think it was like an i7 and you had like a 3060, bro. That's gonna be perfectly fine for that. Like you're definitely gonna get 1080p well above 60 frames per second with pretty much anything with that loadout. So you should be good to go, man. Hey Lewis, what's going on, my dude? Hope everything is good with you. Hey Drew, what's up? What's going on, man? Hope everything's good with you and the fam, dog. Galen said, yeah, hurry up and get that Xbox so I can make you. Yo, I am trash at 2K, bro. Like I'll play, but I'm not like the greatest player at 2K. I will be the first to admit it, dog. Like I love playing it, but I am probably like probably not the worst, but I'm just not that great at it, man. I just play my player mode pretty much all day. That's it. He said, hey, man, thanks for the kind words. No, hey, and I mean every last one of them, dog. Because like I said, I like to get different perspectives instead of just having the same old tech reviewer perspective, man. So like I said, you offer a pretty unique kind of experience to most smartphones that a lot of people don't know. So check them out, guys. Check them out. Galen said, what games does the Steam Deck support? So that's going to be the weird part because Valve had to create a compatibility layer to make games work. So think of it like how smartphone manufacturers have like an API in their software that developers can call to build support for a feature. Valve kind of did that. Like they created an API that game developers can kind of call and it'll kind of help them with the whole compatibility for the Steam Deck itself, for the Steam Deck itself. But in terms of like compatibility support, it's literally a Windows PC, but in a kind of switch form factor. So like out of the box, it's gonna run Valve's like a version of Valve Steam OS, but you can gut that and make it run regular Windows 10 or Windows 11, and you got access to, you know, the Steam launcher, the Epic Game Store, Xbox Game Pass, your emulators, all of that stuff, man. So that's kind of what I plan to do with mine personally. Because like I said, man, you got Switch emulators, you got all of that stuff, right? So you can literally have a kind of all-in-one system. Like even with me, who I own an actual physical Nintendo Switch, but I don't want to have to, switch between games. I could just use that one gaming console and put everything on that. So it's gonna be dope, man. I'm really excited about it. Fitblonsex said I already have a Series S, which I love, but I need a. That's literally why I got my PlayStation. Like I still have it. I just want it for those exclusives, like your God of War, Horizon, all those games, man. Like once I get those kind of out of the way, I'm good with whatever has the most games at that point. Yo, Sep Dog, what's up, man? He said, what up? I want another. Yo, you want another earbud giveaway? Yo, you and Lewis, man, some of the luckiest dudes I ever met, bro. Like, y'all be winning everything, yo. Seriously. Y'all be winning everything. That's crazy. Lewis said, would I buy a phone this year? That is the question that I ask myself. I think most likely not, but you never know. Just allocating my money for something that is going to bring me. Hey, and that's the best way to look at it, bro. Seriously. Like that's the best way to look at it. If it's not giving you any type of return on investment, I mean, strictly from a logical perspective, because of course, when you throw emotional aspect to it, somebody like me, you're gonna completely lose me on that. Because if I want it, I'm gonna buy it, whether it makes sense or not. But when you're looking at it from a strictly logical standpoint, I 110% agree with you, dude. 110% agree with you. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up these comments just as heat checking. We're gonna go ahead and get into these couple articles. Just a few things that I want to kind of go over with you guys. Hopefully everybody will be engaged and cool with what we're gonna be talking about this evening. Savage said, you explain Steam and emulation 1,000%. Like, oh yeah, man. I mean, because that's literally what I plan to do with it. Like, a lot of people are looking at it like, oh, well, you're only going to be able to play Steam games. I'm like, no, this is a legitimate PC in your hands. And there's other kind of handhelds that are already like this on the market. It's just this is Steam kind of throwing their hat in the ring. So I kind of want to go with a big name like Steam for something with this, because the software support is going to be there. And like I said, everybody knows who Valve and who Steam is, right? Like even like if you do any type of PC gaming, you know who Steam is. So like I said, a big name behind something like this, I'm at least willing to kind of be that beta tester, because it is a first gen product. So I'm willing to be that beta tester for it. I don't know if those are like a good pair of the edifiers, man, because I don't know anything about earbuds, bro. But I know you'll let us know for sure. Hey, Easy E's in the building, bro. Just got done watching your top 5 phones that you're excited for with the little one. Me and the little one were just sitting back watching it on YouTube on the TV, dog. And I mean like the little one, I don't want to brag, because everybody brag about their kids, but like he's already gonna be super techie. Like, or I could just tell. Like he'll sit in front of the TV and just be chilling, and we'll just be watching YouTube or watching a game, or we're watching basketball or whatever. So yeah, he's gonna be really into tech, man. He's already trying to touch the iPad and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty cool. But that's it, guys. Let's go ahead and get into these articles, man. So this first one, I'm sure comes to no surprise, man, but we got to talk about it. And it's got to be obviously that Google is rolling out the January update for the Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro. So for sure. Oh, no problem, Eric. All day, every day, dog. So for sure, like I said, everybody who has a Pixel at this point should have already either side-loaded it or downloaded it via OTA, man. I did run a poll because I wanted to kind of get a pulse check on how everybody else's experience was. Let me see if I can actually grab that. It wasn't like a huge, data sample, only like 30 people or something like that. So it ain't nothing too crazy, but let me see. I thought I had it bookmarked. I did have it bookmarked. All right, cool. So yeah, like I said, I just wanted to get a pulse check. I just wanted to know, in 3 choices were improved your experience. Or matter of fact, here, I'll just bump this over here. So if I can, I know why it won't move. Duh, Ike. Because you have this in big mode. I'm so slow sometimes, guys. Just bear with me. My bad. But anyway, so I'll go ahead and throw this over. Oh, it's not going to share. I'll just have to tell you guys. I keep forgetting when you do share your screen with tabs, it only does the tab. I keep forgetting that. It is what it is. I could probably do... this is whack. Can I share this? Copy link. There we go. Hey, man. There we go. I'm just a little slow, y'all. Just a little slow. I don't want to log in or sign up. Yeah, so like I said, here was my tweet that I wanted to push out or whatever the case. But like I said, it wasn't a huge sample size, anything like that. Only 34 people. But I just kind of wanted to get a post check and just talk about everybody's experience, because it seems like it's so all over the place, and that's kind of always been my thing. It's like I've never seen a device that's been this kind of like, either you're having a great experience or you're just having a trash experience. I've never seen it kind of this kind of divisive, right? So like I said, I kind of wanted to get a pulse check. I just want to know, how many improved your experience. Most people picked that, which is dope. I'm happy to see that. Some people did say worse or not fixed at all, and then I just said absolutely no change at all, and 35% people said that. So like I said, just wanted to throw that up there. But like I said, I'm just curious, man, as to how everybody else experience has been. I'm working on kind of my 1 week impressions of it since the update has came out. I'm working on that. And like I said, for the most part, I don't want to give that video away or whatever the case may be. But like I said, I haven't been having too many issues since I sideloaded the December update. I did kind of have PTSD for a second because my phone did drop below 120 hertz and kind of got stuck there. And I had to reboot like what the whole issue I was having before. So I kind of got worried about it. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. But I haven't had it since. So I'm going to keep an eye out. But like I said, I'm just kind of curious what everybody else is experiencing, because it's so all over the place and kind of so divisive. But the real question that I don't see a lot of people asking, and I'm curious if anybody's heard anything or there's any type of anything that Google's put out, is, are Pixel 6 series phones gonna get updates late like this all the time, or now are we back on track and we're gonna get that February update the same time as anybody that's on a 5A or earlier? So like I said, I don't see too many people really answering that or Google really saying anything about it. And that's kind of the thing for me, because like I said, it's one thing for it to kind of be like a here and there occurrence or whatever the case may be, but for it to be like an all the time thing kind of stinks, right? When you kind of have half of your devices getting updated, earlier in the month, and then the other half getting updated at the later. And if it's going to be like that, fine, it is what it is. We'll have to deal with it. But I'm just hoping that we can get a little bit more information about that. It might even be a situation where Google just doesn't know yet and they don't want to commit or anything like that. So I don't know. We'll definitely see, man. But like I said, the general consensus from what I saw is that everybody's experience is at least improving, which is kind of what I was hoping for. You don't want people getting, having a worse experience or it fixing this, but now this is broke, right? So it seems like the general consensus is that everybody's been having a better experience, which is good, even if it's not 100% perfect yet. It doesn't necessarily have to be, as long as we're working towards it getting better. That's kind of my thing. Because, honestly, nothing's going to be perfect. So it is what it is. But we'll see. We'll see. Hey, what's going on, Emily? I hope everything is good with you. Brian said, I've never had an iPhone or ever either, strictly Android. Okay, Brian, so then let me ask you this. What's kept you from trying an iPhone? Like, what's been the thing that stopped you from trying? I'm just genuinely curious about that. And then Cameron said, my Pixel 6 is very pleasant to use. I didn't have crazy big issues, stutters here and there. Since the update, it has been very smooth. And that's kind of the general consensus that I've been seeing. Like I said, I haven't been seeing too many people talking about they're having issues or anything like that still. I do know MKBHD replied to, who was it? I think it's Brandon Miniman over at Pocket Now, or used to be at Pocket Now. He replied to him because Brandon asked him, he's like, how's your experience been? Because of the whole controversy, which is one person tweeting their experience, but it's controversial for whatever reason. But his tweet or whatever, and he was like, for the most part, it has improved somewhat, but he's still having some system UI crashes and some weird things here and there. So like I said, I wasn't expecting this update to come out and fix everything. I don't think anyone should have expected that. But my thing is, as long as we see a path, or as long as we're on a path trending upwards, is kind of where I'm at, right? Just got a message from, had a chat in with T-Mobile. My bad, guys. I gotta read that. I had to chat in with them something about billing real quick. Sorry about this. Okay, cool. All right, my bad, my bad. Brian said, "Me too, Ike, my player all day, every day." That's like the best part of 2K for me, dog. That's like the best part right there. Barry said, "I voted no change, but one of my Pixel 6s got the fingerprint update in November. I also side loaded the December on my Pro before it was pulled. Finally, I am loving all the divisiveness. Yeah, that's dope. I pretty much was in the same camp, Barry. Like I got the November joint and fingerprint update got better. Cool, no problem. And then I did sideload the December update. I updated too. So, like I said, a lot of the people who were having, the most issues were people who hadn't updated yet. So, I said it is what it is. People, they're gonna have different experiences, and we just have to expect that. But like I said, as long as we see updates coming out and things are going toward like trending towards the good path, I'm 100% on target, and I'm happy with that. That's always been my thing. As long as we start to see updates and we're getting better, not getting worse and breaking other things, we're good. And that's what it seems like. Grant, what's going on, my dude? Speaking of Grant, he said, I just stepped outside, tried to watch the stream, and noticed my Pixel 6 Pro connectivity drop. Toggle airplane mode, and we're good. Guess it's not completely fixed. That's so weird to me because I didn't have, excuse me, I didn't have any connectivity or data issues at all, Grant, like at all. Like that seemed to be the big issue with a lot of people from the December update. What, if you don't mind me asking, what carrier are you using, Grant? I'm just curious because some people were saying that it could be tied to the carrier is why some people are having issues. Because I'm using T-Mobile with my Pixel 6 Pro, and I literally have zero issues in terms of like connectivity, calls, none of that stuff, like none of it. Jason C said, I didn't vote as I don't have the device, but I will say credit to Google for trying to, exactly, right? Because it's like, I mean, as any company that has any issues should definitely try to fix it. But like I said, shout out to them for pushing out an update and trying to get it done. So like I said, I don't think anybody will ever, not want to give them credit for trying to fix it or anything like that. I think people are just kind of irritated with whatever issues they're having, and it's either making them go back to other devices or switch to other devices. It is what it is. But like I said, I'm kind of in it for the long haul, man. Like I'm already well past my return period. And even if I wasn't, I wouldn't be returning this joint, man. I love this phone way too much. Shortcomings, because even with me not having any issues, there's obviously things that I don't necessarily like about the device over other devices. It's not perfect, but I wouldn't be trading this joint in. Like I already know I dual carry at least one iPhone, at least one Android phone, unless I'm kind of testing or trying to do something for content. But like 12 Pro or 12 Pro, 13 Pro and Pixel 6 Pro is like my kind of weapons of choice, without a doubt, man. I just can't really mess with anything else. I go to something else and I'm literally like right back on either one of these like immediately, bro. So I could say like these two are kind of like my favorite phones out right now. S22 Ultra is dropping, man. I'm like I said last week, I'm still a little bit divisive on if I'm even gonna pick it up or not. I don't know. We'll see. I just feel like it's a lot of money to stomach, even with a trade-in. Like it's a lot of money to stomach to not get a lot back, right? So it's kind of like, I don't know yet. Barry said, have you been testing 5G? Oh, the ultra capacity. I think it's called ultra capacity. Do you see? So I've been getting consistent 500 megabits. Oh, wow. See, I haven't been speed testing it, but I've gotten the 5G UC quite a bit here in my area where I'm at now and going out to Disney. I've also been getting it. And I mean, I haven't been noticed. I mean, honestly, I don't be surfing the web and stuff like that normally, but I'll have to go and make a note of that, dude, and actually go out and do like some speed tests just to see what I get. I know Sneed, I saw his video where he was testing it out versus the 13 Pro or 13 Pro Max, man, and the Pixel beat it. So supposedly right now, I think the Pixel 6 is like the fastest speed test wise. Again, that's like a benchmark, but speed test wise, it's the fastest phone on T-Mobile's network, supposedly, something like that. Grant said he has Mint Mobile, but I have the same service on. Yeah, without the problem. So it's definitely the Pixel. Yeah, I don't know, dude. That's really, really weird, man. I'm sorry that that's happening. Because it always sucks when you like love a phone and you have some type of like issue that's like just it's like a deal breaker for you. And like dropping connectivity, that would be a deal breaker for me. Like when I pick up my phone to do something, I need it to do it. Period. I don't have time to be trying to troubleshooting stuff all the time. But like the refresh rate bug that kind of I thought came back or whatever the case may be, that was kind of a deal breaker for me. I know a lot of people might be like, oh, you know, you're being super petty. 60 hertz is fine. And 60 hertz is fine. But I paid Google for 120 hertz on the Pixel 6 Pro. That's what I want. So like I said, I get it, man, but it is what it is. Really, my Google in the kitchen just straight up snapped on me, said, I don't understand. Well, you need to understand. Oh, wrong one. He said, I got ultra capacity here and it's topping out under 400 megabytes here. So I wonder if it's a thing where they just haven't built it out, like the infrastructure isn't as built out as it is in other places. Maybe that's what it is. Barry said, well, said like I would look, yeah, straight up, dog. If it's like a connectivity, I don't care what phone it is, Samsung, Apple, Google, whoever. Like if I can't use the phone as a smartphone, then it's like, what's the point? Kind of at that point. So like I said, hopefully. Okay, Grant said that this is only the third time the connectivity thing happened since I've had the phone. So it's not like a consistent thing. It's kind of like intermittent. Okay. I mean, hopefully, man, that they can get that knocked out because like I said, you shouldn't have to return a phone or exchange it for another one. You should just be able to buy it and something as normal as connectivity should work, right? We'll see though, man. We'll see. But switching gears, yo, let's go ahead and get into what I'm calling Bay. Man, let me tell you. And Gigi had to reel me in on this one because she told me the price and that gave me the instant pause. But yo, this Honor Magic V, man, like and I tweeted it out, man. This thing is something special, yo. Like this, oh my, I wish the Fold 3 was this. Like, I know we still gotta wait for the Fold 4 to come out to see what that brings. And I'm not in love with every aspect of this Honor Magic V, but yo, this thing is bae, dog. Like, I want one of these so bad. In this vegan leather, if this vegan leather came in black, man, that would be even better. But I want one of these so bad to test out, man. Like, so bad to test out. But first folding phone with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. We've heard mixed things about the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, so that's kind of whatever. But you got a large 7.9-inch screen on that inner display, and then on the cover display, 6.45-inch. One of the things that I don't like about it, right, already off the bat, is that you got 120 hertz on the front cover screen, but on the inner screen, it's 90 hertz. I'm not sure why they didn't just, either say we're going to go all in on 90 or all in on 120. I'm guessing Honor maybe put a way in the software for you to be able to force that front display to 90 hertz. I would probably do that just to make it even across the board. But this thing looks phenomenal, man. Like, I really want this joint. Like, it literally looks like a better Z Fold 3 to me. Oh, this is what I wanted to look at too. Like, this is kind of the comparison between it and the Z Fold 3. And you guys have most likely already seen this, but like, just looking at the front display, and here's the thing that gets me, right? A lot of people are like, they don't want Samsung to make the front screen bigger because it's perfect with one hand, but they don't have to necessarily make the phone all that much bigger. They just have to look at making that front screen take up more of the front of the device. And I mean, if I was a betting man, I would say that Samsung probably does this for Fold 4, kind of make it look more like this. Oh, you guys can't even see my mouse, but kind of make it look more like the Honor Magic V from the front. And the reason I say that just because it just makes too much sense not to. Like, even if they keep this same form factor, like the same size, I just can't see Samsung still having this area right here where it's disproportional to this side here. I just don't see that. Like, we're looking at perfectly symmetrical bezels on the S22 line, right? So I'm thinking we kind of have the same thing here. But I'm really hoping that we can get something like this on the Fold 4, man. Like, this looks phenomenal. And it's honestly, like, looking at it from a diagonal perspective, it's not that much bigger. You got a 6.2-inch screen on the Fold 3, and you got a 6.45 inch screen or 6.5 inch screen on the Magic V. So like I said, it doesn't look like it's that big of a difference, yo. Even open looks really, really good. I mean, looks like a Fold 2, in all honesty. But what I do love about this front screen is that since it's bigger, your division between your apps are like two Sony style phones, where like the Sony phones have that narrower, taller aspect ratio. It's like having two of those next to each other. So it just looks so dope, man. And even like the camera layout, it looks weirdly unique. So I kind of like that. Like, I mean, it's not like my favorite camera design or anything like that, but it looks different. It looks unique. You got triple 50 megapixel sensors on the back, man. So you don't have anything where it's like, okay, you got leftover sensors from 2 years ago that you're putting on these phones still and stuff like that. Like, and even looking at some of like the samples from Technic. Technic did a video on it. Looking at some of his photo samples, like this thing is taking some really good photos. Like I was genuinely impressed, man. Like it didn't seem like you had those photos where it's kind of like you're looking at a step right below premium flagship phones like S21 Ultra and 13 Pro and Pixel 6. It kind of looked like you were looking at premium flagship phone photos. Like it just looks really good, man. So, and even the unboxing experience was absolute beast too, man. You get two chargers in there, a car charger and a normal charger. You get a case in there. I don't know if it was earbuds. I don't think it was earbuds, but you got quite a bit, man, in the packaging. And it reminded me of the packaging of the first Fold. Like you got so much stuff with the first Fold. You got earbuds, you got a case, you got a charger. Like you had the whole hookup, man. And it's like Fold 3, now we don't even get a charging brick in the box. Like it's crazy, dog. It's crazy. 12 gigabytes of RAM. 4750 milliamp hour battery, 66-watt wired charging. And even like watching him and even like watching Technic like scroll through the user interface, it looked so smooth and so responsive. And it's not that Samsung phones are slow and I think Sidecar just closed out on me. Did it? Hold on one second, guys. Gotta stop sharing that for a second. I think Sidecar just went stupid on me. Let me see. Yeah, that was really weird. But anyway, it's not like I said. It's not like you're okay connecting. That's so weird. How it just randomly cut out on me like that. Anyway, but we can just talk about it. But yeah, like I said, it's just Fold 4, man. Like I was talking to Slang on Twitter, and we were talking about it, and I was like, "Yo, Samsung gotta bring it." When we're talking about, okay, there we go. It's back up. Let me reshare this. But yeah, like Samsung has to bring it. Like I'm sorry, but like the competition in the foldable game is just getting way too heavy. Like you got Oppo kind of coming with their own take with the Oppo Find N. You got talks with Google coming out with like an Oppo Find N style design foldable, possibly this year. We're not sure though. Then you got this, which looks like a better version of the Fold 4. Like I told everybody, man, like if this thing gets a global release, I might have to sell a couple of devices to try to get this. Cause like I don't want the Chinese version, and like what Technic was saying too in the video, the Chinese version doesn't you can't get the Google Play services. I'm not sure if there's a way around that, but from what he was saying, as somebody who has it, he was like, you can't. So for me, I gotta have the Google Play services, or there's no point in me having the phone. So if this gets a global release, man, I might have to. I might have to. Grant said, let's see the Xiaomi Fold 2. Should be cheaper and easier to get than the Honor V. Yo, I'm down. Like, I am 110% down. And they're supposed to be doing 120 hertz on both the front screen and the inner screen. I like Xiaomi software. I like MIUI. MIUI is good. Like I used it on the Mi 11. I haven't used MIUI 13. I think it's still rolling out or whatever. I haven't used that yet, but I've used MIUI 12, and I'm a fan. Like it's really, really clean, and it's bubbly, and it feels kind of alive. Like all their animations feel super responsive. Everything is fluid. It flows. It's Samsung's not flowing and fluid and all of that. It's good. It's really good. And they've gotten a lot better with their animations, but they're still just lacking a little bit in that area, man. In my opinion. Gary said, would love the Honor V. I want to buy it in the States. Shipping isn't happy with, and that's something I would be afraid of too, man. Like spending that much money and having to deal with all of that stuff, man. Like that's definitely a fear for sure. Yeah, that bottom sensor, the bottom camera sensor, that thing is huge, dog. It does. Definitely does. It looks like two $half coins and a nickel in the middle. Yo, facts, man. Facts. He said the Honor seems a bit short, could be a bit taller. In what aspect, right? I'm just curious as far as to what you mean. Because like looking at the Fold, it's pretty much the same height as the Fold. It's just a little bit wider, and the screen takes up more of the front than the Fold. Like if you look at the Fold 3, you have this whole I keep forgetting you guys can't see my mouse. But if you look at the Fold 3, you see on the left where you have all of that like bezel and all that area near where the hinge is. And I know people are like, well, they're doing that so it's easier to put cases on it. I don't put cases on my Fold. I know I'm crazy. People are like, dude, you're living dangerously, but I don't like cases on it. Like the phone is already big enough, and when it's closed, I feel more comfortable dropping that phone with it closed. I feel more comfortable dropping that than I am dropping a Pixel 6 Pro without a case or an S21 Ultra without a case. Because it's like you might drop it on that hinge and you're going to break whatever that hits. Because that hinge, I've literally dropped the hinge on like my toe and it hurt. It felt like I stubbed my toe. So I'm just saying, man, like I said, you say it's a little bit short, but it looks pretty dope to me, man. But hey, different strokes for different folks. Jay Will said, I'd love to get this, but I know it's not something. Yeah, and that's kind of how I am too. And it's like, for me, it's not even so much the paying for it. It's I want the global version. I want Google Play services on that joint right when I open the box. I don't want to have to try to go in and MacGyver, Google Play services to work. I don't want to do that. I want it to be out of the box, period. I know you were talking to Barry, but I think that this is a dope comment that I wanted to touch on. But he said, do you think Samsung goes eSIM on the Fold 4 or wait till 2023 to follow Apple with it? I think that they will offer eSIM on the Fold 4. If I was a betting man, I would say that they're still going to have a physical SIM though. I know the benefits of eSIM, and like Barry has schooled me on the benefits of eSIM because he uses it. Because like I was talking to him, I was like, dude, I like to switch phones way too much to use eSIM. And he's like, no, like you can literally still switch between devices and all of that. So I think that they'll support eSIM. I don't think that we'll see manufacturers like really fully get rid of the SIM card slot until we see Apple take that plunge and kind of do whatever they're going to do with it, to be honest. But even still, man, it's just something about being able to just pop your SIM card out and throw it into something else and kind of roll out. I don't know. It's weird. It's the old school in me, I guess. Old school in me. Grant said, sadly, doubt the V is going global. Wanted the Magic 3 Pro Plus, but no GMS and no global. Dang, okay. That sucks, man. That sucks. Like, I feel like not getting devices like this, man, here in the States, like, hurts. It really does. And I don't, you can just pay the extra money and import it. But it's like, if I wanted to import this thing right now, that's $2,000 easy. And that's on the low end. If I try to get the one that I want, which is that leather, like, which is that leather joint, I got to pay, I think it was like $2,800 when we were checking it out on Gigi Stream on Tuesday. It's like, dude, that's too much money for me right now. And it's not like with the Fold, right? Because the thing about what people don't understand is because people are like, oh, well, you can just pay the money and import it. Yes, you can. And sometimes even paying and import it, you get it for cheaper than sometimes what we pay for our premium flagship phones here in the States. But a lot of the times here in the States, we get trade-in deals. Like, I can't remember the last time I paid I take that back. I do. It was Pixel 6 Pro. The last phone that I spent full price on was Pixel 6 Pro. But before the Pixel 6 Pro, I don't remember the last phone I paid full price on in years, like in years and years. Because with my Samsung phones, I always have a last gen Samsung phone to trade in towards the next one. Like S21 Ultra, I could trade in for S22. Fold 4, I could trade in Fold 3. Like I always have trade-ins to do, right? So you don't get trading deals with imports. You got to spend that full $2,000 out of pocket, right? So this gets a little bit tough to kind of stomach that, but we'll definitely see what happens, man. I would love for this thing to get a global model, though. I really do like it. Gary said, I only use very thin cases on my folds, mainly for scratches and from dirt. Yep, exactly. Like I could see something like that. I have a D-brand skin on the back of mine because obviously the back is, that glass. It's a little bit slippery still. I have a D-brand black matrix skin on the back. And I used to have the Whitestone Dome screen protector, the tempered glass one on the front. But I stopped liking the way that it felt to use the whole slide gestures because you could feel the edge of the protector. So I just took it off and just started using it without any type of coverage on there. But like I said, I don't drop my phones all that often either. So it's kind of easy for me to just not rock a case. I also have warranty. I got my Fold 3 through T-Mobile, so I have their warranty. So if anything were to happen, I just, swap it out or whatever the case may be. Elvin said, when you see them side by side, the Honor is wider, but kind of looks like half a phone in height. Not quite my cup of tea. Cool. So Elvin, let me ask you this. So for you to pick up something like this, because if you're saying that one looks kind of short, the Fold looks kind of short too. What would you want that front cover screen to be? Like what size would you want that to be for you to kind of hop on board, right? Because like I said, and this is just from my perspective, I'm not speaking for everybody, right? But for me, like when I fold it closed, I kind of want that to be the aspect ratio of like a 6.5 or 6.2 inch screen phone. I don't really want it to be too big because it's like at that point, if it's too big, then you have two big screen devices. You got a big screen front, you got a big screen, phone in the front. And when you open it, you got an even bigger screen. So keep in mind, like the bigger they make that front screen, the bigger they have to make the entire device. And one of the major problems with the Fold 1 and the Fold 2 was people felt that the device was too big. Like it was just kind of too big. So they kind of decreased that size on the Fold 3. So like I said, for me personally, man, with the Fold 4, I just hope that they eliminate that whole side bezel thing on the left. Like just completely get rid of that. Push the screen out, shrink the bezels a little bit more, just to kind of get as much screen real estate on the front as possible to make typing on it a little bit easier, right? I don't think that we'll see them do a dramatic design. I mean, if they were going to, this would be the year to do it because all of the foldable competition. But I honestly don't think that we'll see them switch over to something like the Magic V until like next year or something like that. But we'll see. We haven't gotten any leaks in terms of screen size for the Fold 4 yet. I'm waiting for Ross Young, man, because he's been spot on when it comes to the display sizes and technology and all of that stuff. So we'll wait and see what happens. I think all Samsung devices have Samsung. Samsung doesn't, or you mean eSIM probably, I think. Samsung doesn't unlock it until a year later. Also, Qualcomm is making iSIM to replace eSIM. Oh, that's interesting. B. Floyd, if you can, give us a little bit of background on iSIM. What's that? Is it like a SIM card built into the Qualcomm chip itself, so it kind of saves even more space? Like I've never heard of iSIM before. Jason C. Stupid. He says SIM card courage. That's Apple. We need to have the courage to move beyond the SIM card. But I mean, in all honesty, man, all jokes aside, I find that from the people that I know that use eSIM, they haven't had any kind of crazy problems or anything like that. So that's super dope, man. But yeah, man, just looks super, like this device just looks so cool. Like latest gen processor, nice size battery, 4750. Camera set looks to be up to snuff in terms of what we expect from like a premium flagship phone. 66 watt wire charging. Even like the soft, like the software, because that's also been a thing for me too. Like Samsung software gets better the bigger you go in terms of like the screen. Like because they do so much to take advantage in terms of like productivity features, multitasking features, S Pen, all of that stuff, right? So like I said, I always am kind of curious when it comes to other manufacturers and their software because I've never used it. But like I said, man, if this thing, and it probably won't, but if it ever does get like a global release or something like that, I might have to scrape some pennies, man, and try it. You know, pricing in China starts at 1570 and goes up to 1725 for the 512 gigabyte model. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Oh, I think you kind of answered it here. Yeah, and it's unlock until a year later. Yeah, which the sim live in the SoC. Okay, yep. Yeah, iSIM is exactly what I thought it was, kind of from what you were saying. Facts. LaShawn said, I'm too broke for a foldable. Now, you know if Google come out with a foldable, LaShawn, you're going to scrape them pennies together, dog. You already know. Look, even Jason C said it. You definitely saving for that Pixel Fold. You already know. You already know. I want the front to be the same size as the... That would be perfect. A Pixel 5? What is that, a 6-inch screen? Right? Pixel 5 is 6.1 or 6.2. Pixel 5, I think, is 6.1, but it's wider, right? So Gary, what you're saying is you want like you essentially want a Pixel 6 size screen, like from the width perspective. Because I think the Pixel 5, or not Pixel 6, I keep saying Pixel 6, but Pixel 5 is 6.1 or 6.2. So LaShawn, wait for deals. Remember, Best Buy had exactly, Cam. Like, bro, if you, especially when it comes to Samsung foldables, you should not be buying Samsung phones or Samsung foldables for full retail price ever. There's too many trade-ins and there's too many deals that happen too soon after the device comes out for you to spend retail on any Samsung device, yo. For real. Yeah, you guys are talking about iSIM versus eSIM. Okay, cool. I wanted to make sure, that I wasn't super lost on it. Samsung has eSIM, but was blocked by US carriers. Apple added dual eSIM support so they can eliminate the SIM slot in the future. Okay, had to make sure I could. Reading is so hard and I don't know why. Yeah, iSIM will get rid of the SIM card slot altogether. See, and like that, I'm not necessarily opposed to. Like, I'm not necessarily opposed to them getting rid of like the SIM card slot if it makes space for something else. But it's like, if you're gonna remove it, like, take advantage of the additional space. Don't just get rid of it and then try to do the whole Apple thing and say courage. Because I mean, I get it. Talking about courage this, encourage that, and move beyond the port and da. But I don't know anyone who's debating that Apple did that strictly to sell more AirPods. And I mean, it was genius. AirPods are a hit. I have a pair too. So who knows, man? Who knows? Barry, do you think Google will bring... I want to say Barry's using eSIM with his Pixel. I want to say, right, Barry? I'm pretty sure Barry is, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Barry's, because Barry's the one who's been talking to me about it, like trying to get me on board with it. So I don't know. But yeah, like I said, Honor Magic V, man, this thing looks really, really sick, yo. So we got, in terms of foldables, they said that inner Flossie Carter almost, yo, for real. The inner Flossie Carter, yo, for real, dog. But like, in terms of foldables, man, we got Google talking about a Pixel Fold. We got the Honor. We got the Oppo. Like I said, Google supposedly coming out with one. We got the next Fold 4. We got the Flip 4. We got the new Razr that's going to be coming out too. Yeah, this year is going to be dope when it comes to foldables, man. It really is. Like I said, I'm happy to see it though, because I feel like foldables as a category, it is niche. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's definitely niche. And I think even when foldables mature, because in my opinion, like, they haven't matured yet. Like, they still have a ways to go in terms of getting up to par with like a slab style smartphone, like in terms of and not even so much like usability, but just certain quality of life features. Like right now, Fold is the only foldable that has water resistance. That's something that we expect to have from a slab style smartphone, right? Flagship, premium flagship grade camera systems with periscope lenses and stuff like that. I think the only foldable with a periscope lens is the Huawei Mate X2. And we all see how expensive that thing is. You see what I'm saying? So it's one of those situations, man, where it's like we want all of this tech crammed into these foldables. And one, it's like with those, space is definitely not a leisure that these manufacturers have, because you don't want to make them too big, right? But at the same time, they also know if they cram all that stuff in there, they got to charge you an arm and a leg for it. So some situations, man, where it's like we asking for all of this stuff, we better be ready to pay that money to play for sure. But we're going to go ahead and get through these last few comments here, guys, and then we're going to go ahead and start wrapping it up just a little bit. I got to go grab the little one from the missus so she can hang out and relax for a little bit. And it did it again. Let me just stop sharing. There we go. Yeah, Sidecar has been a little wonky, man. I don't know. Maybe it's my VPN. I got a VPN on, and maybe it's that. I don't know. But Sidecar has been super wonky for me lately, yo. And that was a feature that was like, it just works in the ecosystem, but it hasn't just worked for me in a minute, yo. Ish said, got a LG V60 on the way. Next, getting a Note 20 Ultra. Yo, Ish is like going back, bro. That's what's up, dog. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, I still look at the Note 20 Ultra and I'm like, yo, that thing looks sick, bro. Like, that phone still looks so good. Like, in my opinion, I think that's probably Samsung's best design phone. Like, not from a build quality perspective, but just in terms of like the look. I think I like the Note 20 Ultra the best in terms of look. That thing was so clean, man. So clean. Do you think Apple eventually releases a fold, or are they all in on mixed reality? I think the mixed reality comes first. I know that they're working on getting something out this year. I don't know if that's the mixed reality one or if it's I don't know if it's that one that they're working on, but I know that they're working on something coming out this year. I think that Apple does make a fold, but not for a long time. I don't think we'll see an iFold or an Apple Fold for a while, dog. I honestly don't. I don't think we'll see one. I'm going to say minimum another 2 years, Jason. I probably would say 2024. And I know James last week, we kind of got on this topic, and he was saying that Ross Young was saying 2023. But the thing about predicting that stuff this far out is we don't know what can happen in the pipeline, right? Like maybe Apple gets some samples from Samsung in terms of the display, and they're just not liking how the displays are working, or they don't feel like it's up to their standards. Or maybe Samsung can't make enough displays for Apple. Like anything could happen with it, man. So I don't know. I'm thinking that they're going mixed reality for now. Like that's going to be the next thing from Apple that's like new, like completely new, first generation. And I think after that, 2024, we see an Apple Fold, which, like I've already said on multiple occasions, iOS on the if we get a Z Fold style Apple Fold, iOS on the front cover, iPad OS on the inside cover, I'm all in. I'm all in. Let me have it. Give it to me. Give it to me. And let me be able to run iPad applications on that inner screen too. Bro. Like, just imagine shooting a video in ProRes on your Apple Fold or whatever in ProRes, right? Then you unfold it and you use LumaFusion and you edit it right there on the device, make your thumbnail using Canva, and you upload it to YouTube right there from that one folding device. Samsung, other foldable devices can obviously do that right now, but I don't think that there's another tablet style video editing app that comes close to LumaFusion. Like, I'm not a pro at LumaFusion or whatever. I just started using it, but it's I can say if Apple never came out with a Final Cut Pro for iPad, I would be perfectly fine using LumaFusion for like the edits that I do on my channel. 100%, I could run the channel off of an iPad with LumaFusion. So I'm imagining unfolding that and easy. That's easy. That is easy for me. And Gary said, I can't wait for the first folding tablet. I think Samsung showed off some display tech, man. So they're working on it. Floss reviews the Realme DBZ phone and butchered the anime awesomeness vibe. What? Nah. I'm going to have to go back and check it out. I haven't seen this video on it. The new Realme DBZ phone. I haven't seen it yet. Note 20 Ultra is definitely fire, Barry. You already know. Yeah, Barry already answered you, Jay. I saw you. He said yes. Now is 2023 for the headset because overheating. Wow, so the headset even got pushed back. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I'm thinking 2024 for an Apple foldable. Jay Will said, but are you gonna pay 2,500 for it? Yo, real talk, man. I'm gonna keep it real, Jay. If they do come out with the Apple Fold for 2,500, I'm trading in my iPad. I'm trading in how many ever iPhones I got at the time. I'm trading them all in, and I'm trading in my iPad. Because if I get an Apple Fold, I no longer need an iPad. Because like when I say iOS on that front cover, iPad OS on that inside cover, I'm talking all aspects. I'm talking sidecar. Like you can unfold your phone, sit it down, and have a side Apple, give me my money. Give me my royalties. Like, give me my royalties for these ideas, bro. Because I don't know if you could do that on the Fold, but that would be so dope. Because I know on the Tab S7 Plus, you can do like a sidecar with Windows where you make it like a secondary monitor. Imagine if you could do that on your Fold. Like, you could unfold your Z Fold 3 and make it like a monitor for content consumption or just to have something kind of there. Like you don't have to do nothing heavy on it, but you could just have it there for content consumption. But it connects to your computer. Like that is legit, man. That is legit. Unfold the Apple Fold, get LumaFusion. Like I'm still waiting for them to put LumaFusion on Android, man. Cause like whenever Luma does that, bro, I'm gonna get heavy into LumaFusion. Like for real. Like I know I've heard Keymaster is really dope. I'm planning on playing around with that a little bit too. Only thing that gets tough with it, I don't know if the Android video apps that are out right now let you do like any type of color grading. And I mean, I don't go heavy with the color grading on my videos, but I do a little bit. I change some exposure, colors, a little bit. So if and I know LumaFusion, you can do that. But I'm saying like if we can get LumaFusion on Android and on Android tablets, my God, the Fold, like in my opinion, at that point, like just that right there takes the Fold to a whole nother level because the Fold will have something that the Apple Fold probably won't have, which is pen support. And if these rumors are true, and we're hearing that they're trying to build the S Pen into the Fold, like I said, that literally takes the Fold to a whole nother level, in my opinion, man. A whole nother level. So Apple, man, I already gave you the blueprint. I think Barry already did it. Appreciate you, Barry. But yeah, like, dude, so much potential right there. So much potential right there, in my opinion, dog. So much potential. Apple will put a 40-month payment plan and people will buy. That's 100% facts, man. You already know. Apple, I just gave you the blueprint. Time to put in work. Man, I know they got smarter people than me at Apple, dog. So for them to, like, I'm sure that they've already thought of that. Like, they had to have thought about that because it's too good of an idea for them not to have thought about it. Like now, whether they're gonna do it is a whole Apple thing. Because if they do that, they're cannibalizing iPhone sales, they're cannibalizing iPad sales at that point. And we already know they won't even give iPad Pro users with the M1 chip, they won't even give them Final Cut Pro because they know it's gonna cut into the Max market share or whatever, or they're gonna cannibalize Mac sales. So if they're not doing that, man, I don't know if they'll. And Scoop's been pretty much the main advocate, Bionic Scoop, who always keeps reminding me that they're not going to do it for that reason. I honestly believe him. I don't want to, but it's kind of the truth, man. The problem with Apple is that too many of its customers are non-techie and don't care about things like foldables until Apple releases them. That allows Apple to be somewhat lazy and not super innovative. And that's super true, Shark FinTech. Like, I always say to people, like, what you have to remember, because everybody, is quick to be like, these two, rah. But in all honesty, man, like Apple with the iPhone, they honestly don't have any competition. Hold on. No, that totally doesn't make sense, but I'm gonna say okay because I'm tired of dealing with y'all. Thanks for digging into that for me. Okay. But anyway, yeah, and it's like the thing about like people are trying to fight these two phones and fight, you know, the iPhone versus this phone, iPhone versus that phone. But the thing is like the iPhone doesn't have competition. Now, listen to me when I say that. This is not me saying that the iPhone is the best phone on the market, because it's not. The iPhone doesn't have competition because if you want iOS, you can't get it on a Pixel. You can't get it on a Samsung phone. You can't get it anywhere else. You got to go to Apple for it. If you want Mac OS, you gotta go to Apple for it. If you want iPad OS, which it's severely limiting, I don't know necessarily why you would want it, but whatever, you gotta go to Apple for it. So it's like that situation where it's hard to say that they really have competition, at least from that standpoint. If you want an iPhone, if you want iMessage, if you want FaceTime, whatever, you gotta go to Apple for it. There is no competition from that, like in that regard. Now we can compare them and say, this has a 48 megapixel camera. This has a 12 megapixel camera. The iPhone crushes the blacks in this photos. The Pixel doesn't. But at the end of the day, if you want iOS or you have to have iOS for whatever reason, you're going to Apple and you're giving Tim Cook your bread. There's nothing you can do about it. It's not the same on Android. I can get a Pixel that has Android. It has Google Spin, but I can get a Pixel running Android. I can get a Samsung device, and the thing is I can even theme and get a different launcher on my Samsung device to make it look like a Pixel if I prefer Samsung's design, but I want closer to Google software. I can use a different launcher on Android. You see what I'm saying? So that competition is way more in your face there on the Android side than it is on Apple's side. And that, in my opinion, is Apple's greatest strength and their greatest weakness, because it's a strength because they ain't got no competition. They can do what they want when they want. It's their weakness because their platform becomes stagnant because, just like you said, they don't have to really innovate. People aren't screaming from the towers, give us, no notch, or give us more RAM, or give us a periscope lens. Like, they're not doing that. Us as techies are, but they're not. So it's like we have to understand that. It sucks. Don't get me wrong. It sucks, but it's kind of the truth, man. It's kind of the truth. Sepdog said Filmic Pro has color grading. Is Filmic Pro on Android? Is it on Android? I honestly don't know, to be 100% honest with you. I use Power Director on the Fold, and when I had it, it was great. Okay, I have to check that one out too. Eric said Keymaster is what I use, and they do have basic color grading and color correction that you can tweak with sliders. So yeah, I don't use it because I don't like the color. Okay, dope. So yeah, as long as I could do like little light stuff, I'm cool. So I'm gonna have to check that one out because I honestly haven't used that one in a minute. Jay Will said Power Director Pro is the way I go with Android. It's amazing on Z Fold 3 and most phones. Hey, say less. I'm done. I'm not even messing with it. Doodle said link to Windows on Samsung Z Fold 3, many features. Doodle, I already know, bro. I use it pretty much every day, dog. I have a Windows PC and I have obviously a MacBook. So I use it almost anytime I'm running pretty much purely an Android phone for review, I'm running link to Windows. So I already know, dog. I already know. I thought Ike was speaking Spanish for a little bit. I know very, very little Spanish. Very, very little Spanish. Apple's first fold should be in the style of a flip. It will sell more than any other. I think that's true too, Gary. I'm just really, really selfish. Like, I'm just really, really selfish and want them to come out with a fold. Like, I'm really, really selfish. But we're getting ready to kind of head on out. Sepdog said Filmic Pro is everywhere. All right, I'll give that one a shot too. So definitely some good recommendations. I got some work to do, man, because it would be dope if I didn't have to, like I said, kind of do everything there. I just have to figure out a way to, because I do my voiceovers with my mic here, and I use Final Cut Pro's voiceover feature to do my voiceovers for videos, and then I obviously on my camera, and I synchronize them together. So I'll kind of have to get all that figured out, but I'm going to give it a try. But with that being said, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it on up. But if I'm not mistaken, we do have the homie Juan Bagnell doing this thing later on with TK Bay this evening. I want to say it's either 11 p.m. Eastern time or 11:30 p.m. Eastern time. One of those two. So like I said, definitely check them out. Also tomorrow you have the open mic night with the homie Holla at Your Boy LaShawn. check him out as well, man. It's gonna be dope. It's always live. It's always lit. I'm always in the chat lurking. Can't really chat because I'm dealing with the little one, but like I said, I'm always there lurking, and it's always a blast. So definitely check him out. Also, we do have Pixel 6 Pro kind of follow up, the one I was talking about earlier. That will be dropping on Monday at the normal 1 p.m. Eastern time. So be looking forward to that. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, definitely do so. Appreciate everybody stopping past. Awesome stream as always. Okay, yeah. He said that they are doing best of our week. Okay, always one. I show up and I just lurk. Like me and the little one are just sitting there watching, and it's always a good time. So definitely check it out, man. LaShawn said, yup, he's going on at 9 tomorrow. So you already know where y'all need to be tomorrow. But like I said, check out that video on Monday, guys. It's going to be a good one. But with that being said, it's Ike's Tech Talk. You already know how it goes down on Thursdays. I'll catch y'all next week, man. Have a great weekend, guys. Peace out.